I think Paul did that. He added it on to the video. It makes so much more sense to do that.
What?
No, I didn't click that. I didn't do it that time. I don't never do it
Do
in
what?
time. The intro at after the music plays,
Oh.
I don't never do the intro. I think Paul went in there and tinkered with that. I thank him. Cause
That white noise thing, it gets to my ears. I'm like, oh my God.
does it really?
Yeah. I have to mute it out.
Got you. All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to It's On. It's your girl, Big Ski is Faith. I got my homie Wendy with me. I actually have slides tonight. Look at God. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. I am excited because we're going to finish our discussion on Bling Empire. Hmm. Oh,
Go.
the niece.
Mm-hmm.
I dig this show because I like the fabulousness and the rich people. Because one day I'm gonna be one. I'm putting it out there right now so y'all can understand where I'm gonna be in life. Um, I like looking at people who are fabulous, and this group of people are super interesting to me. I dig it. I love the lifestyle. I love the flashiness. I love the big houses and the money spent and all this good stuff. I love it all. So, last week we talked about the Cherie and
Come on.
Jesse drama. Where everybody found out that Jesse had other kids, not another family. He had other kids from a previous relationship or previous marriage. He and his wife got divorced. We're gonna get into that. Y'all just a little recap. We talked about that last week. We talked about how messy Kane is because he is messy. I don't know what. So we
Very
did
messy.
right, extremely messy.
I think he got a crush on Ken.
Kevin.
Whatever. Kevin.
Yep, that makes sense. Because why would you purposely sabotage him and Kim getting together? Because I thought that would have been a cute little situation. She's a little crazy though. We're gonna get into that. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Wonder Years. We haven't talked about the Wonder Years in a minute. We kind of been on and off over here too, but I'm gonna let Wendy take the reins because I did not watch this week's episode of the Wonder Years.
Okay. So this was a lighthearted one. Okay, it is. I forgot the name of the episode. I want.
I had the name up earlier.
Hold on.
Oh, I do.
Well, anyway.
I look it up.
Well, anyway, it's the last week of school,
Right.
and everything, and so how like back in the day when we got our yearbooks, we had people to sign our yearbooks.
Right.
Well, so he signed Kisa's whatever the girl's name is, the one that he liked. Kisa. He signed her book, and he signed it. I love you, Dean.
Love Dean.
Okay, yeah, love Dean. Okay, so he said I love you, and then Dean. And so his friend was like, "Dude, you just put I love you on her thing." He was like freaking out because do you think she's gonna think I love her? And stuff.
But you want her to think you love her, Dean.
And so what he did was on everybody else's yearbook, he said love Dean. That's how he signed everybody else to make it seem like I was just saying it as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the mother, Dean's mom, gets a promotion in her job, which is going to cause her for the summer to go and travel a lot. And so the husband was okay with it because he didn't think that, he was going to do anything but just be at home. So, she was kind of coaching him how to work the oven and how to do this. And this is this is the directions for this. And he gets a call. Marvin Gaye wants him to write a couple of songs for him.
Oh my God. Who played
so they wanted him to be in New York.
Did we see Marvin Gaye?
No, we don't see Marvin Gaye.
We don't see Marvin Gaye.
No, no.
You know that man was fine
So
in real life.
yes, he was very fine.
Oh,
And
God.
so he was like, they was like, you need to be here by the end of the week. So the mama was supposed to leave that next week.
Right.
And so they was clashing about, well, I took this position, and so that's what they require me to do is to
I have a
travel.
question, real quick. Don't they have a grown son?
They do. I don't know what happened with the grown son.
He's staying there, ain't he?
He ain't there. He wasn't on this episode.
And he not
So
shooting all American because they have moved on to college. So okay, keep going.
So basically the dad was trying to tell her, it was good that you got the promotion, but you may need to tell them you take the next promotion. You do the next, you get the next promotion. The mom was mad because she was like, no, basically, no, this is my dream too.
Right.
And so they
I
was
went
at
to college.
odds.
I went to college, Negro. I need to have my dreams and things.
Right.
I'm right there
And
with her.
so and so they was at odds and wasn't speaking. So so their solution was he at the end, towards the end of the episode, he told the mom, I figure out how to do this, how we can both be happy, where you can do your thing and I can do my thing. Dean is coming with me. And so the mom was like, what? Okay, Dean, got all mommy mode now. Don't you cross the street. And wherever you gotta go, you just keep walking. Just walk on the same side of the street. You just
Oh
don't
God.
cross the
Help,
street.
Father. Help.
And stuff. And the sister was kind of slick jealous because Dean is going to get to meet Marvin Gaye. But in the middle of that episode, that Keisha has feelings for Dean as well. And then she was acting like she was all worried that her boyfriend was going to go to high school next year and he was going to forget about her. She was leaving for the summer. I forgot where she was going. I think she was going out of town. But they had a tornado warning, so they had to be underneath some kind of bleachers. So it was Dean and
Under
Keisha.
the bleachers. Yeah,
They was under the
that's where
bleachers.
you get them smooches and stuff.
Under the
Yeah.
bleachers.
Under the
The
bleachers.
tornado started and they started kissing. And I was like, oh, they started kissing.
Woo!
Oh, he likes him. It took him a while because on the original Wonder Years, they kissed the pilot episode.
Right. That's all right.
So
It's not how you it's not it's not
where
how
you
fast
start.
you get there, it's how you finish the race. You know what I'm saying?
And so before he left out of town, she was leaving before he left, and she went to talk to her and said, you're not the only one that's going to leave out of town. I'm going to New York with my dad, and I'm going to meet Marvin Gaye. They had their little talk and stuff like that. So we'll see how the second season is. I thought it was real good and lighthearted. I was like, oh, go Dean, go Dean.
And the Wonder Years got a green light or green lit for a second season in spite of what's that man's name?
Fred Savage
being fired as executive producer and director of the show. They have I'm super excited that they have been renewed for a second season. I can't wait because next week, actually, do I want to talk about that next week, or do we just want to talk about who got? We can infiltrate that in because there's a lot of shows that are they're doing season finales, so we're definitely gonna talk about This Is Us this upcoming week. So we're gonna talk about it because we're gonna have to have a space for that because I'm excited about the shows that have been renewed. I'm sad about some of them that have been canceled. But we're going to talk about it and we're going to go through the networks wins and losses is what I like to call them. But make sure you guys, was this the season finale?
It was.
Okay, so this is the season finale of the Wonder Years. You guys can watch the entire season on Hulu, or if you have abc.com, if you got a service provider that's connected, you also can connect with that service provider and go and watch those episodes on demand. I love the Wonder Years. It's a wonderful show. I like that they redid it, and they redid it with a black family telling the story from a different perspective. So I definitely love this. Make sure you support these wonderful actors. I've seen the mom in something else. Of course I know Dule Hill, EJ Williams. I love this little boy. He is adorable, and I can't wait to see him grow in this role. I pray that they have many seasons to come. I want to see them grow into teenagers and get that thing going. So I'm super excited. I like his the young lady that plays his sister. She does an excellent job as well. And the supporting characters are really really good too. So make sure you guys check this out and support it. And let's make season 2 the greatest, even greater than we did the first season, because this is a mainly predominantly black cast, and I definitely want to definitely put
Yeah.
my support behind it. So that make sure
And
you
I
guys
just
check that out.
and I just love they have it's the nuclear family. You have the
Hmm.
dad and the mom
Yeah,
in the house. It's no
yeah,
single mom. It's
right,
no no divorced parents.
right.
There it's how it was really. It was
Back in
how it
that
really
time,
was.
yeah, back in that day. They work through their issues. They work through their problems. You know, grandma and granddad, although you do have some toxic situations when you look at grandma
Hmm.
and granddad, because you do have a lot of situations where granddad had a whole nother family around the corner. That's not this. But so you do have those situations, but you did have situations where you had the nuclear family and they worked. I have two friends. We called them menopause babies when we were freshmen in college. And I actually just sent a video to one of my homeboys. Shout out to Cedric. Um, Cedric is the baby of 18 kids. Okay, the baby of 18 kids. Grew up in Drew, Mississippi. I literally love him. I love his mom. I loved his mom and dad when they were here. When they were here with us. But there's a clip of DC Young Fly on Shannon Sharp's podcast,
Hmm.
and he was talking about how he had some grand brothers because he has his father and mom had him when they were old. He had old parents. So
Hmm.
I sent that clip to my friend. He's like, "So what you trying to say, nigga? You've had grand brothers." He has nieces and nephews that are older than him. That sort of thing. And it's hilarious to me. It's really really funny to me. Um.
I'm laughing because my dad had my sister in 90, and my niece was born in 1990.
Oh wow.
So my niece is like a couple of months older than my little sister.
See, and that's what I'm saying. So those situations that happens, um, that's all you should talk about it. But his mom and dad, they were super traditional. Dad went out and worked and brought home the money, and mama stayed at home and raised the kids. They cooked, she cleaned, she held the house down. Um, and he went out and he made the money. I had another friend named D. She also was a menopause baby. Super surprised. So when we were 18, the closest sister to her was 31. So
Mm.
it was three of them. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have that correct. It was three of them, and she was the baby. And they got, they were spoiled. They were really, really spoiled, especially Cedric. Cedric was extremely spoiled. Okay. Because not only did he have his mom and dad, but he had older siblings and stuff that would like, hey, here goes some money. Here go this. We're gonna put you on our credit card. Like super spoiled. But I thought it was
You
interesting.
can come stay with us for the summer.
Right. I had never really encountered or come in contact with people who had parents that were there. Oh, not to my knowledge. Let me put it that way. So it was
Um,
really, really good.
I
Yeah.
have a friend who also name is Faith. She's a
Oh,
menopause baby.
oh wow.
Yes, and her mother made her mother rest. I think she was in her mid 40s when
Okay.
she had him, and
Yeah.
her siblings were adults and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, shout
I
out to
love
Faith Quaver Smith.
it.
If you need some paparazzi, Faith Smith, come on.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of friends that sell paparazzi, so I just be buying from everybody.
I
I
know,
just
right?
because it's paparazzi, and it's a really viable business for them. I'm just not into jewelry. Like I like jewelry, don't get me wrong, but I'm not into it to the point to where I'm going to be selling it.
Right.
I just know. Maybe I need to change my motto though, because I'm there. The girls are successful selling the jewelry, so maybe I need to look into it. I don't know. Um, but I'm really thankful for the show. It brings back a time that we talk about a lot. And it's funny. I'm thinking about the Tupac song, "To Keep Your Head Up." I remember Marvin Gaye used to speak to me. He had me feeling like black was the thing to be. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And this
I
show
love Mercy, Mercy
reminds me,
Me.
huh?
I love Mercy Me. Oh, Mercy, Mercy
Yes.
Me.
So I
And
loved
what's
it all.
going
I
on?
just it was ironic
Ain't
that
that
she was
that's
going to
what's
go
going
right
on,
to
right?
Marvin Gaye. That was dope. But that's what that show reminds me of. That line, that Tupac line. It definitely reminds me of that. And so I'm digging it. I'm totally and completely digging it. So make sure y'all check out the Wonder Years. It's good. Uh, it's great TV. We're gonna move on. This is us.
Hmm.
Let me tell y'all something.
Oh my gosh. The train. Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about how
They
the way
just did
my
that.
nerves are set up. Okay.
They did that thing.
Oh my god. I bawled like a baby. Like this was so freaking good. So we thought that Rebecca was going to transition. Um
She did at the end though.
no. We thought she was going to transition on the last episode. We
Hmm.
didn't know that they were going to do it the episode prior to until recently. They did that on purpose because they need to wrap up everybody's story, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So this episode is about Rebecca transitioning. She's losing this battle with life. And everybody is at the house. Kevin, we saw Kevin called everybody on the previous episode to come out to the house because guess what? It's time. Okay.
Except, but Kate is in London.
But Kate is in London. Her mom, and so the whole episode, she kept saying, "I'm waiting on somebody." I
Because you
was
also
thinking,
noticed that in the train, you saw the three Kevins and the three Randalls,
but you did
but you
not
did
see
not
the
see
three
Kate.
K. Right. And so she kept saying, "I was waiting on somebody." And so it didn't dawn on me till I was like, wait a minute, hold on. She see
Yeah.
Kevin and Randall, she don't see Kate. And
Hmm.
so I was like, at first I was thinking she was waiting on Jack. She wasn't waiting on Jack. She was waiting on Kate to get there. Kate was on this plane and she was holding on so she could see her baby girl. And I thought that that was amazing. And I'm wondering if when people are transitioning, I don't want to find out no time soon, but if there's a situation in which they hold on until a certain person gets there, or until somebody comes. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know
Um.
that your family member is
Well,
passing, or the
when
that
my
go ahead.
when my grandfather was on his last, he waited. My grandfather waited until after I had Joshua, because I told him I was going to name Joshua after him, and he wanted to be alive. He asked God to let him be alive long enough so he can see his namesake. However, when the night that he passed, he he the way that my mom was saying it,
Mhm.
my aunt didn't want him to go, and he stayed. He held on until she left, and then that's when he left.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
just it
I'm
just
gonna be on mute for a while.
okay. So Kevin got all the family together. They got their Chinese food. Everybody's there. We find out a couple of things. Number one, of course, we know that what's that baby's name? The baby that they adopted?
Gosh, Deja.
Deja. Okay. We knew that Deja was pregnant. We've known Deja was pregnant, I think, since last season, because they kind of foreshadowed this gathering of the family. for
Apparently,
Rebecca.
they already had pre-done all the scenes, some of the scenes,
Right, right,
right?
right,
Beforehand, like years
right,
before.
right. Because we saw, because that's how they were able to kind of toggle back to the future and those future scenes that we saw. So we knew that Deja was pregnant, and little sister knew that Deja was pregnant because little sister came to pick Deja up from the hospital so they could drive up to the cabin. However, the family didn't know Deja was pregnant. Okay, she kept grabbing
Well,
stuff,
Beth knew.
huh? That's
Beth
what I said.
knew.
Well, Beth knew, but we don't find out that Beth knew until after the fact. So Randall, I can't remember how Randall found out. Did she
No,
tell
Randall
him?
found out because she told him,
She told him. Okay. So Randall is excited because he about to be a pop pop,
and he
and
knows a
so
secret, and he
he
knows a
know the
secret.
secret. Don't nobody know. So he sits down to tell Beth, and Beth was like,
Deja pregnant. He's like, woman, how do you know? She said,
"I'm her
I'm that
mama.
child's mama.
I'm her
I
mama.
know.
I know. I knew before she knew." Okay. So we have a flashback situation where a family um
Got into an accident.
got into a car accident.
And
The
who was
same.
the father? Was
Who?
the father on the Wonder Years?
Oh, it was Dule Hill. I'm sorry. Dule Hill was the father, and the young lady who played the mom. Hold on, I know her name. Hold on. Um, All American, because she has a main role on All American Homecoming. Um, I'm gonna get her name. She's an excellent actress. I don't see her name yet. Kelly Jenrette is an excellent actress. I loved her. I've been kind of following her for a minute. She's played in several different things that I've seen. Um, but she was the mom. Um, and they had three kids, and they were in a bad car accident, which caused their child that was into sports and playing sports and that sort of thing to have an issue with his legs, so he can no longer play sports. Um, we see him going through changes throughout the episode because he wants to cure cancer. Don't know why he wants to cure cancer, but they end up shutting down his research program. He meets with his brother and sister, and they're encouraging him to like keep going and that sort of thing. You don't want to quit. Well, they shut the research down. God got another plan for you, child. We're not speaking it into existence. He ended up towards the end of the episode working on something to help with Alzheimer's. I thought that was really, really cool. I don't know where you were when Rebecca was going through what she was going through. However, he was the person that went through that journey. And it was ironic because the father, Dule Hill,
Mm-hmm.
spoke with Jack the night that Jack died at the hospital
Mm-hmm.
when they had the family fire. Um, so you see that transition.
I
Um,
kind of wanted to see what. I kind of wanted to see the reaction when they found out that Jack had died. He, especially the guy. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah. Rebecca was in complete and total shock, of
She
course.
saw what she was like. She's like, huh? That was her reaction. Like, what?
That man was like, he was fine when I left him. The doctor said I left him. Ironically, the same doctor that worked on Jack worked on the son to
And
save his
save the
son's life.
son.
He left for just a minute. Jack was stable, everything was fine, and then Jack went into cardiac arrest, and that was done on that. Um, so Kevin is rallying around the family. Rebecca is on this train, and the first person that she sees, oh my God, was William.
Yes.
I love William to death. Um, Ron Stevens Jones looked younger than he
Mm-hmm.
looks in real life. I don't know what they did to him, but he looked so much younger than he actually does in real life. Love him. He's an excellent actor. I totally completely dig him. Um, and his craft, the way he takes on his roles is like amazing. I've seen him in other things. He actually has a recurring role on Law and Order. The one with my boo, Organized Crime. Is that the name of it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got it. See, I have a lot of TV to watch, people. I think this weekend, if I don't go nowhere, I'm gonna be in front of my TV all weekend long.
Are you
Um,
off Monday?
yeah, I'm off Monday, but a cousin of mine is graduating from high school. His mom asked us to come. I'm concerned about going because of my mom, and we'll talk about that later. Because I don't think we should go because of some stuff she's going through. But we may be in Texas. Not exactly sure. I haven't been in a while. It would be nice to take a little family short staycation. But we'll see. We'll see. Um,
Um, yeah, he's like the train conductor
right,
of it all.
right.
Um, some people was upset about the Miguel part. Some people was
We're
really
gonna get
upset
into
about
that
the
because she made a couple of stops before she got to Miguel.
right, because she spent. They was talking about she spent more time with the doctor that delivered the twins, the triplets. Well, the triplets that became twins. Then he introduced them to their baby,
Right.
to Randall. But but what people don't realize, Rebecca, what we see is Rebecca when she was married to Jack and not
Right.
to
Right. And not
Miguel.
Miguel.
So in her mind, she's still in that mind frame. In her mind, in her vision, she's that Rebecca that was married to Jack.
Yeah.
And Miguel was just a friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that observation because I was
Jack,
like, of course she wouldn't have, it was not going to be a long time because she thought of Miguel as Jack's best friend.
not only that, let's talk about this. Miguel was somebody that she loved and she married and she got comfortable with and she grew old with. However, Miguel was not the love of her life.
Mm-mm.
Jack was the love of her life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think about that. Her husband was taken from her too soon, in her opinion, and I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think he left too soon. But that was the love of her life. Miguel was that transition period for her, and not saying that she didn't love him,
Mm-hmm.
but that was a transition. I liked how everybody talked to her, and as you saw them talking to her and giving their tributes and their high
And
praise,
she heard it.
she heard it.
It was
I
like on
think,
the intercom.
yeah, I literally think people can hear you if they're in a coma or they're
Mm-hmm.
getting ready to pass. I think they can still hear you. They may not be able to respond, but I definitely think they can hear everything that you're saying. So I like that. I like the way they had it set up, and it probably does sound like that. It probably sounds like an intercom. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're right there. Um, so I love Beth's. I like the girls when they went in. Um, I like Toby's. Um, I think the kids were what got me. So throughout the whole thing when she was traveling, of course, we talked about this earlier. You did not see the three Kates. You saw the three Jacks and the three Randalls, but you did not see the three Kates. She held on until Kate got there. And before she went into the room, well, no. When she went into the room where her and Jack met up, Kate was right there in the corner. She
Because Kate had came and said, Mom, I'm
yeah,
here.
Bug is
I'm
here.
here,
Bug is
Mom.
here. Yeah. I'm super excited about that. That was her baby. That was her baby girl. They went through some ups and downs, and we saw that Kate struggled with her weight, even at an early age. Um, I think about Wendy Williams when I thought about that journey that she took being overweight and that sort of thing, and how Wendy Williams said that her mom would have her on a diet like at 9 years old because they didn't know what to do with her. She's big and tall. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I think mentally messes with the person. You know what I'm saying? Um, mentally, it messes with you, And later on in life, you do things. Wendy Williams got money. She decided to have the surgery so that she can have these big breasts in no shape.
Yeah. No shape.
No shape at all. So I think it does something to you when that happens or that takes place. So um that's something that you know the ups and downs. At the end of the day, she made it to where Kate was responsible for their situation and what happened. She was gonna make the final decision because she didn't want the guy. She know the boys, they'll go toe to toe to fight
Hmm.
for their mama. I like how Kevin has stepped up though.
Yeah, and it kind of gave Randall a relief
Yeah, yeah,
because Randall has always been the one that was doing things
right,
for the mom.
right. So I like that he stepped
And I
up.
was kind of thinking in a way that it was in Randall's DNA to feel like he had to be the one to do things for her because she adopted him.
I think that was a lot of that. The gratefulness. He was so
Mm-hmm.
grateful, and especially knowing full well what that situation was and what he would have grown into had. And of course, William thought that his girl was dead.
Mm-hmm.
So had William left him with the lady, or had William kept the baby, what kind of struggle
What
would
he
he have
had.
gone through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opposed to him being picked up. The firefighter was gonna keep him, but his wife didn't want him. Remember that?
Right.
The baby wasn't gonna make it no better. So, with that being said, you got Randall, who, I'm grateful, and Randall is Mr. Fix It, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. He thought he could always fix things, and I think that's a part of it. I literally think that was a part of it because it's like I gotta fix it. They stayed with mom till Kate got there. Kate was on a 12-hour flight. She held on to Kate got there,
And
and
they were all there,
they
all
were
three
all
of
there
them.
together. Um, and as Kate had only been there for just a few minutes, but um, Rebecca transitioned, and that was it. And you saw her at the end of the episode in the bed with Jack. She was waiting. She was right there. He was right there, and that's where they were together. So I'm super excited. I'm sad that this is going to be the series finale on tomorrow. But I'm very excited
You
um
know what?
to see it.
You know what my prediction is?
What is it?
And this would be it would be sad, but like a melancholy, like bittersweet type thing. Like, the first 30 minutes, it's all about Rebecca and her homegoing service, and them reflecting on her and stuff like that. This is why I hope that it's a 2 hour
Episode.
episode. But then towards the end, you see one of the two of them going to one's funeral, and then the the last surviving relative, sibling, going to the other sibling's funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't want to see
in
it like that though.
but they like to do stuff like that.
I know. I don't want to see I don't want to see them going to each other's funeral though. I'm not ready for that. I ain't ready for that at all.
But
Um,
this is us.
that is. I'm trying to see how long the series finale gonna be. I'm trying to do some research real quick. Um, yeah, I don't see. I don't see it saying. Yeah, nope, don't see it.
Maybe it's a surprise.
Maybe. Typically, they tell you when it's gonna be longer. Typically. All right, this is us. Let's get into the mess.
Girl, don't let make me talk about that mess. It was a hot mess. It
So
was a hot mess.
we have come to the conclusion that, and y'all excuse me because it's dinner time for me. Drew needs to number one, fire her assistant.
Yes.
That may need to be fired. You don't need no job.
Because I think he's just trying to be on the show.
Well, and not only that, this isn't the first time he's surfaced. A couple of years ago, there was a rumor that was planted on Basketball Wives about Malaysia Pargo that was brought to Jackie and Evelyn on the show. And the guy claimed that Jennifer told him said things. And so she had a problem. And then it ended up being her and Jackie going toe to toe. This is the same gentleman. So he wants his moment on TV. He absolutely does. Um, Candy had the ladies come to New York for,
Her
is this
play.
play on Broadway?
I think so.
Okay. For this,
Because when she did the little invite, um, she was like, Kenya was like, they could have just did a playbill.
I'm saying because she did not have to get her nephew Patrick and his fiance to come dress them
And
the dungeon gear to deliver an
the,
invitation.
right.
Um, I need Drew to divorce her husband. I don't either y'all doing this for TV
I gotta
or
believe that they're doing this for TV. They just, I mean, cause I'm like, come on now,
there's
come
no way.
on now.
No way. But in your mind, you think that this is okay. I'm not a fan of Kenya Moore. However, I heard Kenya stepped up in a big way. And although she and Drew have had their differences on the last season, Kenya and Drew have come to an understanding. They're in a better place. Kenya is, riding for Drew, and I'm here for it. She ain't riding for Marlo.
I knew that was not gonna last.
Cause they were there to take Portia down. I don't know what's going on with Sanya,
And
but I
you
got a
know,
feeling she's gonna
and
turn on
she,
Drew.
oh, she already did, girl.
Okay.
She already did.
Okay. Um,
I didn't call you
is
silly.
Sheree and Drew still beefing?
Yeah. They're gonna be beefing because she like, um, I'm seeing a side of you talking about Drew that it makes you kind of look suspect. Number one,
Who, Sanya or Sheree?
no, she's talking about Drew.
Listen, what I asked was, is Sheree and Drew gonna still be beefing?
Oh, of course they're gonna be still beefing,
Okay.
and then and then hold on, and then what's his name? Tyrone. Tyrone
I'm sick of
is
Tyrone.
gonna block Sheree number.
But he's giving Sheree all this tea. He's going back and telling Sheree things that are going on in Drew's house.
No, I'm not talking about Anthony. I'm talking
Oh,
about Tyrone, her
who's
boyfriend.
Tyrone?
The dude in jail that was in jail.
Oh, he gonna block Sheree?
You gonna block Sheree, girl. She gonna
Oh,
call him waiting on him, and it rings and he answers the phone.
okay. The screen is frozen. It's gonna be blocked. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be blocked. Wow. Um, the computer has frozen. I don't know. So, okay, it's just me. Um, so I'm hoping Wendy can come back on because I can't. I don't see her at all. I see you went out and you still on my screen, but come back in. Come back in, friend. Um, so I'm interested in. I don't know that I'm gonna like this season. I think they need to bring the heavy hitters back. We talked about this yesterday. Phaedra is already scheduled to do season 2 of the Real Housewives Girls Trip. I think Ultimate Girls Trip, whatever the name of that is. And so Phaedra and Eva are gonna be on there. Okay, cool. Well, I'm still here. I'm talking. Um, Phaedra and Eva are gonna be on there. Everybody wants. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people are saying Phaedra needs to come back. Kenya said Portia needs to come back. I think at this point, y'all need to make up with Nene. I know she's suing y'all, but y'all need help because these storylines, you cannot be serious with the what you're bringing to the table. I think Real Housewives of Potomac and Housewives of Dubai is going to run circles around Atlanta, and Atlanta is my absolute favorite. But I'm just not. I don't. I'm not here for your storylines. It's given tired and old. I just somebody needs to tell me something different because that's what it's giving me. Um, I don't understand how Sanya is gonna turn on Drew because you don't like the side that you see, have a conversation with your friend. She brought you into this circle. Um, but I don't know how this is gonna go. We will see. We shall see. We will work through it and see what's going on. Married at First Sight. Hopefully, I was hoping that Wendy would be back here with us. Um, Apparently, two couples didn't make it besides Chris and Alyssa, which we knew that was not going to be a thing. Um, Michael and Jasmina did not make it, which I didn't think that was going to happen. And then, of course, um, Lindsay and Mark the Shark didn't make it at all. So we see that. I do not understand how Elijah one and this baby Katina are still together. Uh Noi, your family needs to be out of your business, girl. They definitely do. I feel like there's another couple. Were there only 5 couples? Um, I'm praying Wendy gets back on here real soon. Um, but Married at First Sight, y'all are gonna have to do something different because I'm super tired. Y'all aren't giving me hope for tomorrow here. I don't understand. I don't know what your screening process is like. I know y'all brought us into it a little bit. Lindsay, though, y'all should have saw Lindsay was one skill short from the bag. Y'all should have seen that girl was crazy from day one. I don't know why y'all didn't see that, but y'all should have seen that coming. Um, Michael and Jasmina, I think Jasmina was never attracted to Michael. Just my thought process. What do you think, Wendy?
Okay, I have not heard any of that.
Michael and Jasmina.
Broke
Jasmina
up.
was never attracted to Michael.
But then you look at the body language, it looked like she was because her legs was all on him.
Mm-mm.
And then, but anyway, I just
I
don't
don't
think
think. I
they
don't
should have
think.
just got a divorce. But then I heard that they get a bonus if they don't divorce on decision day.
What? If that's the case, Chris and Alyssa should have made it all the way to the end.
Girl, Chris was like, "No, today is my decision day. I'm gone."
That mindset. So what I'm about to do is leave you. That was too funny.
And we noticed that Noi, they ain't got nothing else to say about.
Because she saw that man's bank account. And all he had to do was show her his bank account from day
But you
one.
know what? I think he didn't want to show it to her during the process. I think he wanted to see where her head was. And then when it got to the point where she was so stressing about the money, he said, "Okay, let me buy this ring for her."
Hold
He
on,
bought
girl.
the ring.
1 minute. Hold. Let me log into my bank account real quick so you can see really what it is. What it is. What it
That I
is. What
got.
it is.
And then Sriracha, whatever the transgender She didn't
What
need to be
was
on there.
Sriracha say?
Well, she was basically riding Steve's butt, basically.
Still,
Still.
did Noah not tell you how much he had in his account?
And I think that she was just there to get her little 15
Probably,
seconds of fame.
probably. Well,
But that's one person that don't need to be in her marriage.
no. Please leave Sriracha out.
And Katina, run, honey. Run.
Oh my god.
Run for your life.
Why are you still with him? Oh my god. Okay, I'm annoyed. Let's keep going.
So I think they're now filming the Nashville one.
Great. I'm interested in seeing that. I guess I'll watch San Diego and give it a chance. And then, doesn't work out for me. I won't be watching that one either. Bling Empire part 2 of season 2. So we talked about the drama with Jesse and Cherie. And of course, they wanted to air this out at a big party that Paula Abdul was gonna be at. And that didn't happen. According to Kane, which I don't believe, but according to Kane, he called Cherie to kind of confront her about this. And I'm like, why do you need to confront her about her business? Things that happened probably about 5 or 6 years ago. Why are you upset with her about this? It has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. I said, Kane, you're messy as I don't know what. What also made me believe that Kane was even messier, the Kevin and Kim situation. So Kevin is really, really pulling out all the stops trying to get with Kim. Because,
But Kim got problems of her
Kim has
on her
issues.
own.
Oh my gosh, she has trust issues. And we find out when Kim demands that Kevin does a
lie detector
test, and he does it. Why? That snatch can't be that good. You find out that he's been telling the truth the whole time, and Kane was lying to keep them from being together. Because Kane told her that right before they went on their trip, that Kevin had, hot, passionate sex with some chick he picked up at a party that Kane was with him at. Kevin gets mad when Kim confronts him about it, and he's like, why did you tell her that? He breaks a glass because he's angry. Well, we find out that Kevin has a little bit more layers to him than meets the eye. Kevin is a recovering alcoholic. He talks about it. He goes to see his sponsor. You see him meeting with his sponsor and kind of going through like some of the changes that he has that's taking place in his life. So they talk about it. They work through it. It's amazing the conversation that they're having. But although he's working through it, he's kind of confused about where he stands with Kim. And then the lie detector episode comes, and we find out that Kim is actually still in love with her ex-boyfriend. What? You still in love with your ex?
The one that did you dirty?
The one that did you dirty, but you cautious?
But you know what? I'm thinking she got feelings for the ex because the ex of his status. I think it has something to do. I think it has something. Because ain't he like a performer?
I can't remember what.
Like a K-pop performer or something.
I don't know.
But that's what it is. But I'm sorry, Ken is fine.
Kevin,
whatever his name.
Kevin is fine. He's a fine little Asian boy. He's a model.
He can get it.
He's not. He doesn't make the money that they make
because he wasn't raised like that.
Right. He was raised in like the Midwest. He was raised in the Midwest. Very wholesome family. He was adopted from China.
Mm-hmm.
having. I don't think he has a recollection of his parents or anything.
Well, I think he tried to find his parents, and his dad died. He found where his parents was,
Right.
and I think he found out his dad had passed.
Yeah. So it's it's interesting. I feel like Kane should say, "Hey, look, I want you, man." Um,
That's all that is.
because I think he just doesn't want to see that man happy. Um, I love Anna. I love her. Anna is like, listen, I don't care. I am who I am. I'm old enough to be this way, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. You're not. She basically read Kane for filth. Her dynamic with what's the lady's name that's married to the doctor?
I know what you're talking about because she was on Dancing with the Stars.
Was she on Dancing with the Stars?
Yes, she was.
Interesting. Christine Chu.
Hmm.
So Christine and Anna, it seemed like they were like competing, and of course Anna would always bring her down the size. It was I don't like the way Anna treats that lady, but it was hilarious to me
Hmm.
because it was like, okay, Christine thinks she's gonna do this. Okay, let me go and just bring her on down and let her know, boo boo, this is my show, it's not yours. But Anna is also the voice of reason. She shut down the talks about Cherie and Johnny, not Johnny,
Hmm.
what's his name? Jesse, about
Jesse.
Cherie and Jesse. We're not gonna do that. When Kane and Kim came to her with the stuff about Christine, she was like, okay, let me go to the get hear this from the horse's mouth. She talked to Christine, but Christine was like, I did not know that Kane was gonna come back and bring you a little bone. So I feel like that's gonna be an issue. And guess who shows up on the very last episode at the very last minute? Kelly's boyfriend. What's that man's name?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's how
girl.
much of a non-factor that man is. Hold on. Is his name Andrew? I think his name is Andrew.
But I'm like, why would you come back? They don't want you, dude.
We don't want you for her. You are trash. I think Kelly needs to just be single and date until she finds somebody who is not verbally abusive like that nutties. He is crazy. Oh my God. Why he went to Anna's house though, that's beyond me. Um, yeah, I don't like it. Um, I know Kelly's not motivated by money. She will date, in my opinion, down to find
Hmm.
love. Whereas Kim wants to be in the spotlight. She's this big DJ, so she has to date somebody in a similar status to her. So this is gonna be extremely interesting, to say the least.
Hmm.
Um, that gives me I can't wait till season three. Some supporting characters, Dorothy, I think her last name is Chang. She can't stand Kane, and rightfully so. I love Kane the first season. He has become a messy queen. And I don't know that I
Hmm.
like him anymore. I don't think he's my favorite anymore. He has some other family drama too. In I don't know if his family's from Singapore or where they're from exactly, but his family got sued. Um, some copyright infringement or trademark issues or something. So he has like a little bit of drama about him, but I think he is in everybody else's business to deflect from his own thing. And that's what Anna was saying. She's like, you got your own issues. Why are you in these folk business? I like that Anna did go and sit down and talk to Christine. Um, I don't know how true Christine's story is. I'm just gonna put that out there right now because it seems real suspect. Um, but oh, put the reach thing on it. Did you put salt on it? Oh, this is good. I'm sorry. We got this
Okay.
popcorn thing. We have this popcorn thing. My boss bought me this popcorn bowl that you put in the
Uh-huh.
microwave. So you get the kernels, the popcorn kernel. You
Mm-hmm.
put it in the bucket, and this is really fat of me right now. And you put the popcorn oil in there, and then you put the salt, the regular salt on there, and it pops. And then once you do that, then you get like the ranch seasoning or the cheddar seasoning or whatever type of popcorn seasoning you want, and you eat it, and it's just so delightful. I miss popping popcorn on the stove. I'm terrified of doing it because I've gotten popped a couple of times. But it's I love this. I'm sorry. I'm real fat because I've been eating all night. So I don't believe Christine 100% unless she produces something. But is that baby's name Jamie, who basically is a supporting character on the show? Um, Jamie, yeah, who's kind of like a social media maven. She comes from money. She was an equestrian and was going to the Olympics. That's how good she was. Um, that kind of died down. Um, so apparently Jamie is the mutual friend of everybody's. So they're suspecting that Jamie may have had something to do with said stuff. Although Jamie was a part of the mess with Cherie and Jesse, because some lady came on the show to say that she knew Cherie and knew her ex boyfriend and knew Jesse's ex wife and all those things. So it's a trip. It's a super trip. And it's one other lady that I absolutely love. They didn't really show her that much. She's married to like a billionaire.
Yeah.
I love her. She ain't bothered by nobody. I absolutely love her.
She
Hold on.
all she worried about is her blinged out toilet.
Yes,
That tripped me out.
it was.
Like,
I love it. And she
why
cleans
would
after her cleaning people. I love her.
that
Mimi
tripped me out?
Morris. I love Mimi. I love her. She got her old white man and she is happy and content with life. I love her. Dorothy Wang is the girl that I was talking about earlier. She's relocating to New York. Um, it's interesting to see. She was on the Rich Kids of Beverly Hills from 2014 to 2016. And then she was on Famously Single. And she had a guest appearance on the Steve Harvey show. Um, Mimi Morris is a Vietnamese philanthropist and influencer who married conglomerate CEO Don Morris. She comes from humble beginnings, but she married up, baby. I love Mimi. Cherie is an heiress to the Denim Empire. She was an aspiring pop singer. Okay, so she did K-pop.
Mm.
Um, Jesse works for his family's furniture business. Um, Interesting. They left the show. Um, Jamie is a tech heiress and a former champion equestrian and a fashion influencer. Um, she's 24 now. She's the youngest in the crew. Um,
Mhm.
Kelly Mealy is a television and film producer and a tech investor, and she's the executive producer on the show. So she was the reason why this came about, and we got to see all the fabulousness of these people. Um,
Mhm.
oh my God, Andrew was a Power Ranger,
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. He surely was.
sir. Kim Lee is a socialite and DJ. She's the Calvin Harris of Asia. Um, she started out modeling and acting and working in major shows and appearing in music videos before building her DJ career. She landed a residency last year while they were filming. She doesn't know who her biological father is, but her mom did marry somebody rich. Just putting that out there. Anna Shay, her family Russian and Japanese. Her money comes from weapons. That's all I'm gonna say about that. um, Christine, um, she's also an executive producer on the show. She's the wife of plastic surgeon Dr. Gabe Chu, and they got baby G. Um, that's all I know is she married. I don't know what her background is. Um, Kane, billionaire and practicing Buddhist. His family, they come from the oil and real estate industry. He's breaking off into the real estate industry, and from my understanding, he is going to be joining the Oppenheim group with is selling the group that the real estate company that is a part of selling Sunset. That's what that's based off of. He's also the first Southeast Asian ambassador for Fenty Beauty. Um, Kevin is a model who was raised in Philadelphia. I'm sorry, he was raised on the East Coast, not the Midwest. And he became friends with these folks once he moved out to LA. Um, I love Kevin. He is Korean. Um, oh, he founded a supplemental brand, Be More Matcha. I'm gonna look at that. Um, and then that's it. That's pretty much the breakdown of the cast. Um, Bling Empire is on Netflix right now. You can watch both seasons 1 and 2. By the way, I don't like how y'all ended that. I just want to put that out there right now. Y'all could have came with a better ending. All right, Wendy,
Mm.
our show pick of the week because I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you know what? You know what? Let that be your show pick of the week. I have a show movie of the week.
Okay, go ahead.
My show movie of the week was Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I'm gonna watch.
I think it was really good. It started off with Spangler. The actor that plays Spangler, he passed away in real life.
Right.
So they had somebody to act like it was him, but you couldn't see him because it was all dark.
Right.
He's in this town. He lives in this town, and he's driving a car.
Right.
And it's like a force is running after him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking that he was trying to bait the force to come into his space so he can go ahead and trap him and get it on with. Well, it didn't work, and the force killed him.
Oh, wow.
Right. That's how they had it.
Okay.
And so the daughter, Spangler had a daughter.
Okay.
And
who married the weirdo?
I don't know who he married, but I don't know who they
I'm talking about who he had a daughter who married the weirdo because Paul Rudd. What is Paul Rudd's role in this movie?
Oh, I'm about to tell you. Okay. It's not him. Paul Rudd was living in the town that Spangler was living in.
Okay.
Okay, so the daughter goes to the house because she's thinking that he left her money, which he didn't because he was broke, basically.
He's a scientist. They don't make money.
Right. And so they basically was like, the mom was like, you know what, told the kids. And the son was the dude on the Stranger Things.
Right.
Right. That's one of the sons. That's her son. That's Spangler's grandson.
Mm-hmm.
The granddaughter was the one that got the genius part of she was the genius in the family. So she kind of put 2 and 2 together on most of the stuff.
Okay.
But there she's the next generation Ghostbusters. The original 3 Ghostbusters shows up towards the end.
They have to.
And then they had Spangler's ghost helping them beat the spirits, and it was just a great movie. I'm not going to tell you everything because then you're not going to watch it, but you need to watch it.
It's on Stars now. If you guys want to check it out, I'm going to watch it with my kid. I can't wait. Okay, my show pick of the week is The Circle. We're going to be talking about The Circle next week. So many twists and turns. Oh my god. The Spice Girls were on there. They got the cast members whoever wins, they get $50,000 extra. So instead of $100,000 prize, we get $150,000. So there's that. Um, then um the former winner from season 2, her husband is on the show now, and he's gonna make
Trevor.
all the way to the end. She catfished as Trevor on the show. She also found out she was pregnant with their baby at the time. So I think that that was good.
Mhm.
Um, they used the $100,000, at least that's what she said they were gonna do, to buy a house. Um, and I'm sure they did. Um,
They moved to Atlanta.
okay, you can about buy a house for about $100,000 in Atlanta. Great.
Well, a nice down payment if that
So now
is.
it's down payment for a house. I'm sorry, because I knew in New York that wasn't gonna happen. Not for no $100,000. So I'm super excited. My pick to win
It's Frank.
is Frank. That is the friend in my head. He has the most touching story out of everybody there. Um,
I I thought it was kind of sleazy what they did the where they do the art shows and stuff.
mm-hmm,
And they did the art show and that, and Nathan kind of made it seem like Frank was a backstabber.
right. It didn't work because Frank is a super influencer. He gets to decide who gets the boot. I can't wait. I hope it's Nathan.
I hope
Just
it's
my hope.
Nathan too.
Just my hopes and thoughts. Um, but I can't wait to see Michelle Buteau. She's hilarious to me. She's
Oh
the host of the
yes.
show. She's so funny. Um,
So Faith and I are trying to get on this show as a duo.
we are. Um, it's gonna happen. I believe this summer, if we get together, we do our little video, make sure our things together. You know, we're gonna submit because I feel like we can go in and kick butt.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. So
Mhm.
we're gonna work it out.
Mhm.
Hopefully and prayerfully we can work it out and share our experience with you guys. We'll see. Well, we are going to be talking about the circle because the season finale comes on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And so I can't wait. I have nothing. Yes, I do. I have something to do Wednesday. It's the 1 year anniversary of the shot glass hour. So I will be at that. But as soon as I get home from drinking and whatnot, I will be home in front of the TV watching the season finale of the circle. I can't wait. Um, Wendy, we got anything else?
No.
We'll see you guys
Well,
next week. I can't wait to talk about the circle. And we're also going to talk about some cancellations and shows that have been renewed. Um,
oh, I wanted to say 4 people are leaving Saturday Night Live. We know Pete Davidson. We
mhm.
know probably Kim, the momager, said, "You know what? I got your career, son. I got your career." So Pete Davidson is not going to be there. Kate McKibben, Cal Mooney, whatever his name
Mooney, yeah.
is, and A. Bryant. Now that's the
Aiden
only
was one of my favorites.
80 and Kate
Okay,
McKibben.
my
Oh my
favorite.
gosh, she just does it for me. I mean, she is so hilarious because she
Just
can
his
play
name.
anyone. She can play anyone, and it's
Anyone.
just it's
I love
and
it.
she's
I can't wait to see
hilarious.
what she do next. I can't. She's hilarious. Um, I can't wait to see what happens. I don't care what Pete Davidson does. I like him on Saturday Night Live. But again, I literally don't care what Pete Davidson does.
Yeah.
Um, Kyle Mooney was okay. I like the bits that he had with Leslie Jones. But other than that, I'm not gonna miss him. Eddie Bryant and Kay McKinnon, however, I am going to miss the heck out of them.
Mhm.
So I wish them well. I hope
I
they
know 80 Bryant had that show on Netflix, not Netflix, on Hulu called Shrill.
I saw that, but I thought they finished that. I thought they finished that up. I thought they had like the last season of that. I'm not sure. Who knows? She probably has shows in development or something. Um,
Hmm.
but I can't wait to see what they do next, especially Kate and especially 80.
I would have
Um,
been real shocked if they said Keenan Thompson.
well, so Kenan was still doing Saturday Night Live. He had his show, and we're gonna talk about it because his show is no more. So we're definitely gonna talk about that next week. Um, I'll try to watch some of these reality shows this week too, y'all. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord because the way my patience is set up with reality shows right now, it's not good. But um, We'll see you guys here next week at 8 o'clock, same time. Make sure you tune in. Thanks for joining us, those who have. Um, if y'all need anything, oh, where the banner at, Jesus? I don't even know where the banner. Where's the banner? Where my banners at? Hold on, it's up here. I
Where
can't
my
find it.
banners at? Where my banners at?
Okay.
You need some help?
Make sure you guys follow us. We have 2 podcasts, one on Sunday called The Size Up. And we air that here on YouTube and Facebook Live on Sundays around 3-4 o'clock. Can you stop?
I'm adding some spice to the ending.
I'm gonna need you not to. As well as it's on. We meet here every Monday night, 7 or 8ish. We'll let y'all know. Y'all check it out. Make sure you're following us over on the YouTube page, the Size Up Official Podcast. Make sure y'all check it out. And that's all. That's all we got for y'all. We shall see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Oops.